matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. On first down, here's Franks. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Franks looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 1st and 10, Franks. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Franks. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll make it 2nd down.
At the Bengals 12-yard line.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Bengals,
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Franks. Got a man open. It's Chase.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Franks now to throw on 1st down.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Franks, 3rd down from the gun.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, my goodness, I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They hand this off to Harris, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Now Harris. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable now for Allen. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
They go play action with Franks.
And he fends him off. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Come get some. Come on here. He don't want it. Check Mike 99. Mike 99. What we got? What we got? What we got? 52 blaster.
Franks now.
throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A first down throw. Here's Franks.
Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Don't get nervous. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
On first down, Franks. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Franks flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd down, Franks.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Back to throw. Franks. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Mike, 45. I got you, son. I got you, son. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Right there. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Go. Go. 45.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got long. His tight end complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Off the play fake. Here's Franks.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking like the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On third down, Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Harris. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
This is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Got his man. It's the tight end Long.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Davis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
He'll look to throw.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll get this quickly out to Claypool.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, Harris. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
On the ground, it's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 17-3.
17. Bengals 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Setting up play action, Franks.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On first down, here's Franks.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And Franks looking to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing after the interception, Franks. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now his 2nd down throw. Here's Franks.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They run the counter. Amos. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
You see me out here? That's right. We can't get stopped. Ready? Boy, boss the mic. I'm coming. Hey, right, Roger. Hey. We got three. 3 down.
On 1st and 10, Franks. slings this deep for McLaurin. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Franks. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They run again with Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, They've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step one on that play.
56 for Mike, boys, 56.
They'll run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Steelers 31, Bengals 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll keep it on the ground. Amos, no gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Franks now from the shotgun.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On first down, Amos. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll keep it on the ground. Amos. They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a